Hello, hello. Welcome to another segment of Monday Morning Coffee with Val. I'm super excited to be here one more Monday. Thankful for the community that we have built. Thankful for the feedback that I've received from people when they get into these lives. And even if they get 1% of anything that we share here, I'm super excited and motivated. Yes, sometimes it is more challenging to show up because there's other things going on. Hi, Jess. And we still show up because to be able to bring into existence what you want, to be able to create an impact in others and in doing so yourself, you want to continue to show up. Hola, Eli. Hola, Jessie. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited. And this topic today, trust your journey, is actually the topic, the slogan of my company, trust your journey. So imagine how I was at some point of my life that I couldn't see clearly. I didn't have strength to really get up. I was feeling weak. I just couldn't bring into existence all that I wanted. And at that point, I was in such a low vibrational state of mind that I thought, how do I impregnate in my body, mind, and soul that I want to be able to trust my journey? So I'm not saying you guys have to do it, but for me, before I used this as a slogan of my company, I actually tattooed it on my left rib. I just had to remember to trust my journey. But what does this really mean? And I really wanted to come live and share the ins and outs of all the infinite dreams that I've been able to create for me and for so many others, because there is a system in place to make this happen. There is a system in place to make this happen. Really, it's just copy paste. But what happens is when we want to create something in our lives, thank you all for coming. I see Aura, Hernan, oh, Gregory, there he is. Herman Pan, thank you so much for being here. What happens is we have a vision of what we want to create in our lives. If we are in a low vibrational mode, fear takes over. And when we are even in lack, we start sharing our dream or whatever we want to bring into existence to other people that are matching our vibrational stage or lower. So you share with a friend or you share with a family member, and what do they say immediately? That's not a good idea. This is not the right time. And because we are in a low vibration, we do the same thing and we tap down and turn off and blow out the light of that particular dream. Okay, why do I know this? Why do I know this path? Because I did that for the longest years. I want to say up to my, 25, 30 years. Okay, so I have so many examples of how I've been able to create all these dreams come true. Actually, there are many explained in my upcoming book in April. I'm super excited to share that with you, and you will be able to not only read these stories that are true stories, but also the pathway of how I live them and how it takes us there. So I want to be concrete so you can take some tangible examples of giving you one taste of one example of many things that I brought into my life and the process of making them happen, because I want these things to happen for you. Obviously your own dreams, but how are we able to trust when we might be in fear, when we're in lack, when we're in pain, when we don't have the resources, and we might think that we're not even capable of doing these entrepreneurship or buying this property or traveling to XYZ country. Okay, so like I said, I have so many stories that you would really truly enjoy in this upcoming book, and actually it's coming out in English and in Spanish, so I'm very excited to share that. But let me just share with you the story of how I got to the place where I am now, which is my beach place where I dreamt since I was literally 5. That it's a place of healing. It's a place where I knew I was going to come and write and create content. Even as a little girl, I just felt it as a place of healing. And I've always had a really deep connection with the ocean. Now, how in the world was Val, who has lived her life around education. We know education, unfortunately, is not well paid. So the first limited belief would be like, how are you going to even make that work? You chose a career that monetary is not well paid. And the second one was just, even I've had family members like, no, you don't need a beach house. They get deteriorated in the beach, and tornadoes and hurricanes come and you won't even enjoy it. So all these things can be around when you are sharing too early on, or where you're sharing with people that might be in lack and fear. And if you're not up there, you will be sunk down and you will lose the power to really fulfill your dreams. So for me, there was no tomorrow. Since I was 5, and then 10, 15, 18, 20, I always manifested that I wanted this. How? So actually the first step to making this path, to making things happen for you, and in the way trusting your journey, is manifestation. So I claimed it. I visualized my beach house at a very young age. In fact, when even I was a teen, or even not too long ago, before I had it, I would go to a restaurant and they would say, Val, is there, or they wouldn't say Val, if they knew me, they'd say Val, but is there anything else I can get for you in a restaurant? And I would say, yeah, I love a house on the beach. And they're like, haha, that's funny. I'm like, no, that's not funny. That's really what I wanted. You asked me what I want, and that's what I want. Or I would go buy some clothes and the lady says, is there anything I can help you with? And I'm like, yes, actually, I want a house on the beach. And she'd say, well, I don't have a beach house, but I have clothes for the beach. And even though I didn't need clothes for the beach at that particular moment, I would end up buying something really small to activate the energy of making that happen. To activate the energy of making that happen. So the first part, guys, is the manifestation. Second of it is when you feel that someone taps into that vibration, whether it's a comment, whether that lady in the store says, well, I can get you a clothes for the beach. I remember just buying like a little t-shirt that was like $5. It wasn't about the t-shirt. I didn't need it. It was activating the energy to go into the path of what I wanted. And this may sound silly, but I'm telling you it works. Because with this method, I've been able to get the beach house, to have my own school, to travel the world, to do what I love. I mean, it's just endless dreams that have come into my life. I've been able to fulfill all the studies that I've been wanting to, and connect with amazing people, and take risks to travel when I'm not to travel, and all these things because I follow this methodology, okay? So first of all is the manifestation. And it doesn't mean you just sit and repeat like a parrot, I love my beach house, or I'm seeing my beach house, or thank you for my beach house. It doesn't mean just saying it. It means talking about it in present tense. It means like when somebody, like for me, somebody asked me, that's how I manifested. So number one is manifestation. Second of all, write this down, visualization. Second of all is actually first manifest. Second of all, visualize it. You want to see yourself. I saw myself sitting in the patio, in the balcony, overseeing the ocean. I saw myself that it was a small building. I actually said 8 to 10 apartments. This is 8 apartments. Exactly the way I dreamed it is how this place is. Okay, so you want to make sure you're visualizing. So manifest, visualize it. The other thing is you want to live it, feel it, smell it, everything you see yourself. So what happens is you're matching your dream to the energy that is needed so that you're an attractor of all the things that need to happen to make that dream come true, okay? So once you visualize it, you always want to be in pure gratefulness to anyone that taps into this, okay? So it is actually, basically you're celebrating every win, okay? For me, it was that lady at the store that said, well, here it is. I don't have the beach house, but here's your garment to wear. And she said it in such a way that I own that. I was able to actually visualize that piece on me and wearing it in the balcony that I am today. And I'm telling you, this only happened last year, and I've been manifesting it since I'm a little girl. So sometimes it's a process of decades. Sometimes it's a matter of just making that decision in that moment, and it's a matter of days. Sometimes it's a matter of a day, and sometimes it's a matter of a millisecond that you show up and say, yes, because this is what I want, and I'm just gonna jump off the airplane, okay? So it doesn't matter. For me, this particular dream took all that time. Many others didn't happen this way. I went with the long one because there are long-term dreams, short-term dreams. There are dreams that you didn't even dream that just showed up, and it made you ignite in yourself something different. Like it just sparked in you something out of the ordinary that you thought, oh my gosh, I totally love this. What is this? And you start asking the right questions to understand that, hey, this might be something that wasn't in your path. That is something new that you're showing up and trusting your journey and saying, wait, I thought it was right, but I'm feeling it's going to be left. How willing are you to let go of all the expectation, visualizations, dreams, and all that you've done to turn right when your spirit is showing you to turn left? Vera, I'm so happy to see you here, babe. I know this is of service to you. So once you have or are celebrating every win, and you're just really tapping into that moment after you have manifested, visualized it, and lived it, and you're in gratefulness for every win that happens, you also want to be sure that you bless everyone that did step into that dream. Wow, I see you there, Val. How can I be of service to you? Hey, I know somebody that is selling their property. Anybody that comes into your life that is actually in the path of helping you, whether it's physically they're going to help you, or emotionally, or just vibrationally. You see, there's different ways to receive help. If we let go of expectations of how A, B, or C is going to help me, and you take the 1%, 5%, 3% of a little bit of everybody that is showing up for you is helping you, that elevates still your spirit. Hey, I thought my sister would really bend over to do this and she didn't. No, okay, that will lower the energy of the project, okay? So for me also is always staying grounded, right? Because when you overthink or over visualizing and overdoing it, also you can get a disillusion, because it could be your dream, right? It could be your dream that you want, but for some reason the universe is matching up to feel like it's not, like I said, it's not to the right, it's to the left. So how willing and able are you to be seeing these signs from the universe to tap into? Is this something that I'm just stubborn about? Or is it something that is for my highest good? And always remembering, if it's for your highest good, it's for the good of others as well. Andrea, thank you for being here. So we tapped into all the steps that I shared with you earlier when we started this live. So I'm going to now give you the concrete example of this apartment with those steps. So after manifesting, visualizing it, and living, finally came the time, November last year, that I said, this is it. It's time for me to get that place. So I had my own property in Mexico City, right? And it was a place that I invested in when I got divorced. And when I got that property, I was in lack and in fear. I ran to get it just because of my loved one said, you have to get something. If something happens to you, at least you have a roof over your head. But I didn't see the place. I didn't vibrate with the neighborhood. It was just like, or if you don't have income, you can live off, or I'm not sure if live off, but you can have some income. And I bought it in fear. So I wasn't resonating with that property at all. And I wanted to get rid of, because now, Val, and all of you, I want to encourage you that you don't hold on or be with or have anything near you that is not for your highest vibration. So I wanted to let go of that apartment. And it was amazing that, I knew that I had to sell it in order to get this apartment. So I came here to where I am in Merida, in Chichulub, and I looked and I saw this place and I was like, this is it. And the person who was showing me the apartments, they're like, oh no, there's this other one and this other one. I said, this is it. Vibrationally is what I lived, is what everything I told you at the beginning, this was it. Now, it was more expensive than what my apartment was. This is where it gets really tricky, guys. The lady that was selling this apartment said to me, you have to put a down payment down. That is, I'm not going to return it to you. If your apartment doesn't sell, you won't get this money back. If your apartment sells, we continue with the process. This was November, recession. My family is in real estate. My family said, bad idea. This is not a good time to sell or buy. Do not do it. This is what was said to me. You're going to lose your deposit. Now I'm asking you, if this was you, how would you feel with such a heaviness? Oh my gosh, what if it doesn't sell? What if I lose my money? Going back to the trust in your journey, I said to all my loved ones, thank you so much for your concern. My apartment is going to sell and this deposit will be used for the buy. And my loved one said, how much do you know about real estate? You're just going from your heart. You're always doing that. This is your money. This is your safety net. Do not be smart about it. And I went forward. I didn't turn back. So the lady said, you have 1 month to sell your apartment. I didn't write down, oh my God, by this day, my apartment have to sell. I just let it go and I trusted and I kept on visualizing the person who was buying my apartment. Thank you so much for buying my apartment. I'm so happy that I'm able, this is all internal work, that you are going to be living your bliss there, and in doing so allowing me to purchase this home. And I saw I felt the synergy between the non-existent buyer and me. Okay, visualize the inner work that is being done during this process. Okay, so lo and behold, the month came and I wasn't stressed about it, right? Because I didn't know about it, because I was just putting full energy of the trust of my journey. So the person who was selling this apartment called me and said, Val, you know what? You know the month has passed. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know this. She said, there's something inside of me that tells me that you have to be the one living here. There's something deep in my heart. So I'm going to extend that another month. You see, she extended it another month without me even asking for it, because I wasn't stressed about it, because I wasn't obsessed. It wasn't a doubt for me. It was going to happen. So the person who was helping me sell my property in Mexico City was like, I can't believe it. This never happens. I said, okay, well, there you go. You have another month to sell it. So please enjoy the process. I didn't say, oh God, please, you have to make it work. If not, I'm not going to have this. I really want this. No pressure. It was all ease, joy, and glory. And lo and behold, another month came. I just prayed about it. I prayed every day about that buyer. I prayed every day about this transaction fell. I started buying this place. Before I bought it, it's always been named the Dream Catcher. I bought a huge dream catcher. I knew where I was going to put it. I mean, I was living it. And it was 2 days left until the 2 months came in for the deadline, or I would lose that huge deposit. And I promise you guys, I'm telling you the truth. I have testimonials. The day before the deadline, my buyer came through. My buyer came through. I mean, I still get chills telling you about this. My buyer came through. I was able to get this place and get an advance from my 401k to pay the difference of this place. But Val, you're not supposed to touch that money because what if, and you're going to be taxed on. I didn't care. I needed, wanted, felt, lived, smelled, touched this property for over 3 decades. And lo and behold, guys, I am here in this beautiful place. So this is just an example, of course, the celebrations, the blessings of all the transactions, everyone involved, really stepping into this place with full gratitude. And once again, thanking the universe for me, my angels, my spirit guides that allow me to continue to trust. Because see, my loves, you will be tested. You will be tested along the way in anything you want. And this is why in my book, I really break all of this down in about like 4 or 5 different scenarios that I truly lived, where when I surrendered, surrender not meaning like I gave up, surrender meaning allowing the energy of the universe to flow through and being able to tap into it. When you just are in that place, everything that you want will happen to you. Okay, it's not Val is the blessed and lucky and because the angels, no, it's nothing to do with any of that. It's owning, believing it, and doing that inner work to making it happen. Because I'm telling you, I have been blessed to be achieving all my dreams and goals despite of huge obstacles. And this is what I tap into in this book that you'll be knowing about soon. I mean, I've gone through so much hardship and loss and illness and abuse, and despite of all of that, I've been able to tap into that. In fact, the place where I live, the lady who watches this place, her name is Lucy, and she comes from a background with mom was a prostitute, dad is a alcoholic, and she was raised in a way that is not even humanly. And yesterday she said, I finally finished paying my the land to have a place of my own. So you see, my loves, there is no excuse. There is no excuse to get your dreams alive. There's no excuse to make them come true. I literally work in the streets. So half of my life, half of my time I'm in the streets, meeting with homeless or any social service I can be part of, and the other half online or on a stage. And it's not just my story. I have heard at this point thousands of stories. And in my book, there's quite a few of them. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to make those shifts happen for you? What was that obstacle that was arising for you not to tap in and turn on the opportunity of living that you want? And this is how I wrap up this topic of trusting your journey. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please, oh, Shane is here too as well. I'm not sure who all is here or who will see this later, but if you have any questions, write it down. If not, I'm going to close with the most uplifting grace and gratitude for another segment of Coffee with Val, Monday morning Coffee with Val. It's like I said, not every Monday is like all flowing with ease to show up, but once I'm here being a vessel to you, and if you can take even a little 1% of what I say and make your dreams come true, I just love it. Andrea says sometimes I make decisions to make it easier for my kids, like not moving. That's a beautiful statement. So sometimes we stop thinking about our dreams because we're always thinking of the family. Don't get me wrong, the family's amazing, right? And you want to tap into, like, especially if you're the head of the house per se, and you want to tap into everyone's vibration and whatnot. So when you're with a family and a family, a big family like the one you have, Andrea, you have two choices. Like, because your children are older, that you might have a family meeting, and then using NLP words and how you present is how they will tap in to the joy of coming to the party. I've always said, if I say to you, Andrea, well, I have a party to go to, and it's like, they told me it's super excited, and I was wondering if you can come with me. I mean, you're going to be like, no, right? But if I say to you, say you're my child, Andrea, and I have the other children, and I say, I am so excited to share with you that I saw this property where all of us would be able to be living our truest self, because look, there's this area of the house that is for you, and this is where I visualize, and you're sharing this, right, with so much joy, living the moment like if you already have this house, and the kids or whoever's involved will tap in to that energy, right? So for me, they tell me I can sell sand in the desert. So it says, yes, I probably bring I don't think you want to move by. Oh, that's a good one. Definitely delete, because when we say those kind of words are in low vibration and in fear, and so they're just rebounding, right? They're an echo of your own energy and presence. So baby, before you do that, of course, you know the know-how, but if you need us to meet, we'll get together to that's why I'm obsessed with neuro-linguistic programming, it's not only the words, it's the movement. It's how you get people to feel. You're feeling me right now. You felt what it was for me to have this journey of getting this place. So put in the mind, body, soul, your words, your body language, your synergy, your energy to be in unity with that other person or your family. What advice can you give me, Val, to those people who limits their dreams? Those that are afraid of dreaming big, always doubting in themselves. So if it, when you're dreaming and you're in a high of dreaming and perhaps you have a loved one near you or in your own household that is like stifling your dreams and because they don't have their own dreams. Now, what I advise you to think about is that those people are aching, are wounded, have not done the inner work. My love, when your light gets so bright, others will join. People might be judging you. People might be not aligned with what you do. But when your bliss and your happiness is so much so that it's contagious, not only your own family members will get ignited, but even people you don't even know in the streets. Like, I don't know you, but I just want to tell you, your energy is so beautiful. I see a light in you, and this happens on a daily basis. So, my love, it's all about doing those steps that I just shared at the beginning of this live. If you missed the beginning, I'm not sure, go back to it. Of course, you can always call me and I've got you. But it's not letting anyone dim your light. But not like, I'm not going to let you dim my light. Is like just owning and reconnecting with your light day and night. And that is so bright that they will be an echo of your dreams. And they will get enthusiastic by what you are doing. Because over and over and over, the universe starts giving you more meat, per se, more script to share, more vivid, tangible examples that this is true so that others get in line with you. Now, in the long run, if you're keeping dreaming and you're like shining and it's been some time and the other person is still pulling you and is still like seeing everything black, then you have to consider the boundaries and what actions you want to take around that. Because this life is not to convince anyone, hey, please come along, please join me, please look, this is the way. People have to be ready to go that way or their way. We are not here to convince anyone. Everybody has their own path, but you, my love, you have a beautiful light and all your dreams are manifesting now, and we know that. So that's what I want to share with you. I hope it was of service to you. So now, my loves, I'm going to close, and I'm trusting that you are ready to trust your journey and make these dreams for you. I'm telling you, opportunities happen. We become older. Our energy shifts. Do not waste one more minute. It doesn't matter what age you're in. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It is time to make all your dreams come true. Trust your journey. Trust your heart. Follow these steps that I shared with you. And until next time, my loves, thank you for this beautiful live. I love you. I honor you. And I'm thankful that you have come up here one more time to share your time with me, with us, to unite the energy that we all need to make our dreams come true. Namaste, everyone. Nada más lo subo ya. It's gonna be more money, pero bueno. Oh my God.